But over here, I don't know how much he'll put in there, you know, but if I'm looking at getting the Broussard property and Cheatham and all that stuff, and then put the investment in for whatever developments, I told him that it could be somewhere between $50 million and $100 million deal, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I mean, with all of that, right, and me putting investment, so let's just say, let's go with $100 million, all right, total. Okay, now this is separate. I've already taken out Cheatham for the $1.1 million or whatever that is, like we talked about.
This is assuming you haven't actually done it.
Well,
Okay,
assuming. Okay, but we've been racing stuff here, so yeah. So look, in the new company, I'll have 95% from Newco, and you'll have 5%. But don't let that. That's for taxes. Don't let that interfere with you, because you're going to end up with 40% of the revenue of the net profit. Okay, down here. So you follow me so far?
I'm with you.
Okay, this is all so you transfer you quit claim whatever rights, etc. you got in the property for 5% of the shares.
It'll come burdened with a mortgage, because we just keep the Cheatham thing like it is, except Renee's the lender. So
see, over here is the same. You know, I pick it out, and so I'm over here. I'm just taking Stanley's position, like we talked about. Okay.
Right.
Okay, but here you quit claim whatever rights in Newco you got. Okay, so now look. So now this is about the distribution of the net profit. Okay, now I took, for example, a $10 million net profit on a $100 million investment. Okay, I don't know what. Oh, here it is. We still got it. We already stuff. Okay, so look, the $10 million. This thing will be divided into tranches. You follow me, Jess? Mm-hmm. The first tranche, and let me explain to him where all this comes from. Post-Kuwait Netherville, we had them do some analysis for investments about what we're dealing with here. Okay, and the fair return on those investments is 23.5%. I got $20,000 thing.
I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Okay, so the deal is the first. Okay. On the revenue that is generated from whatever it is, I don't know. I don't know if it's $1 million. I don't know if it's going to be $10 million. I don't know if it's going to be $20 million. Okay.
This is just an example. If it's a $100 million investment and you make 10%, you'll have $10 million in revenue to divide up.
Okay. So whatever it is, Jess, these how the tranches will work. The first tranche is that 23.5%. Which the first tranche, 1T, 23.5%, that goes to me with $2,350,000. All right? Now, this is what I've been explaining to them, and I try to explain to you. This is the fairest thing I could come up with, okay? If I'm taking Cheatham out for $1.1 million, you follow?
$1,350,000, probably.
Excuse me, $1,350,000. I'm taking Cheatham out for $1,350,000. That equates to $5.79 a square foot. Okay, you follow me?
I think it's more than that.
Okay, well don't do it right now. We'll do it because we've just been struggling.
Yeah, don't let us forget to ask you how much we need to write a check for to Cheatham. We need to help us figure that out. So that way, if he tells us a number, we'll know if it's full of baloney.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because you believe that the fair market value is $14, and if it's not now, it should be, and if down the road, okay. And so this takes care of that. So you don't have to wait. Don't have to wait 2 years. We can do stuff immediately. Okay. The difference between whatever we pay, we don't care what we pay. Okay. Whatever we pay to Cheatham and the $14, we calculated here on this one is about $2 million.
So if those numbers were true, if he's only paying, he's not really buying the property, but the investment, that 1.1 or 1.3 million, whatever it is, would be $580 a square foot. You think it's worth 14, and the spread is about $2 million. So what Renee's getting at is he wants you to get a percentage of that next $2 million to validate that you were right.
That's what I was telling them. Okay. Look, you say it's worth $14 and you believe it's worth $14, and hell, you're right. And whatever we don't know. You might be wrong, you might be right, but there's some difference between what is being paid for the property and what it's really able to produce. Like I was explaining to Patrick, I explained to you a long time ago, it's the apples from the apples tree. Whatever this thing produces is what the property is really truly worth. Okay, so this is the way that I came up with to give you that. All right. So here we came out with $1.9 million. We took 23.5. That's the second tranche. You get $450,000 after I get my fair return upon my investment. All right.
Okay.
And then we took your $450,000 in my fair return, and we took that from the net revenue generated.
This is every year. This is
Every
not
year.
a one-time deal.
This is every year. Yeah, this is every year. Okay. And so then we took that and we subtracted it, and we came out with $7,200,000 left. We divided that in half, and we did the third tranche. The third tranche to you would be $3,600,000. The third tranche to me would be $3,600,000. He was trying to fight me not to do that.
Well, I don't know why you're giving him 50% of the revenue.
But
I mean, that's your. I guess without you, he wouldn't be standing here talking about it, and without him, you wouldn't be sitting there talking about it.
In other words, he thought that I was being too fair to you. Okay, but the deal is that so you take your $3.6 million, you take your $450,000. Here they are from a previous calculation.
It's still about the same number. It's $4 million.
So you get $4 million, and that turns out to be 40% of the $10 million. All right.
And so it's not quite 50%, but it's damn close.
So you're getting 40% return without any investment or risk of money.
Now you could argue that you are putting up $2 million. You could argue that, but you know.
The only thing I know is I believe in that whole 20-something acres could be beautiful, and this is the man that can make that happen. How to get from there to there, I don't have a clue.
And I don't
He's got
either.
the best shot that I've seen.
If anybody can do it, he can
he's
do it.
probably over generous in this. Okay,
But
what more importantly is, what can you do to the property to make the value of it? Because as he said all along, it really gets down to just a couple of issues. I got to survive with some funds. We have to have buildings on there that bring value to the rest of the property, and it's what's really cool for me is I am having people call me without a sign on the property that know what's good. The guy that sold the Drago's property thing has got a buyer for the property. All that means is they understand finally that this is going to be a great piece of property. And whatever he wants to do with it, like I drove in and saw that courtyard Marriott